Hey everybody, my name is Shane and I'm a little bit behind on this, I'm not gonna lie. Today I am filming my 2017 favorites, so we have some newer favorites, we have some older favorites. I pretty much just gathered up all the products that I reach for all the time, but I haven't talked about so much that it'd kind of be overkill to bring them out and talk about them again. An example, like my liquid eyeliner that I use every single day, stuff like that that I know you guys have seen, I know you've heard me sing praises about. I just wanted this video to be more about some of the products that you might not know that I love as much. I've been a little bit behind because I really wasn't feeling well at the end of the year. I didn't even celebrate New Year's because I was pretty much bed sick. I was not having it. So finally I'm feeling better and I'm able to start filming again. I'm hoping to film another video tomorrow, so kind of get back into the groove of things. 2017 was a roller coaster of highs and lows. The highs were really high and the lows were really low, but we had an amazing year. I had gone on my first casting call back in April, which I haven't talked about really at all, but I'm still kind of waiting on that. But that was an amazing experience. And then in June, yeah, it was right after my 24th birthday. So in June, we took a road trip down to Georgia. I brought you guys along for those vlogs. That was amazing. We were an extra in a movie, which I believe the trailer and preview are going to be coming out this year. So that'll be so exciting. We'll be able to attend a movie premiere maybe this year. We'll see. My baby nephew was born this year as well. My baby nephew Cameron. And just some amazing things happened with the family. Everybody just seems like they had a really good overall year. With that said, we need to make 2018 better, and I really look forward to making more content with you guys and growing and sharing, and who knows what's gonna happen to us this year. Ooh, my eyelash just got like stick. Oh, and I had won an award. Hello, it's over here. I had won my Rookie of the Year award when I worked at the haunted house attraction at an amusement park. So that was amazing as well. Still don't know if I'm 100% doing it again this year. That's a whole different story, but this still was an amazing experience, and winning this was just the freaking cherry on top. So I'm done blabbing. Let's just get right into my beauty favorites. I think I have maybe two miscellaneous, maybe three, but the majority of it is beauty stuff. So I think I'm gonna save the miscellaneous stuff for at the end. For those of you that just want to see the beauty, I'm just gonna pick stuff up and show you guys. So let's get started. I think I'm gonna start with the palettes. I have been obsessed with certain palettes this year. A couple of them came out this year. I believe we'll start with this one, which is the Carly Bybel much loved deluxe edition palette from BH Cosmetics. I believe this launched in 2017. She did have an original Carly Bybel palette, which I had purchased several years back. Mine broke, mine shattered, and I just kind of waited once I heard that she was coming out with a deluxe edition palette. I'm obsessed with this palette, and to be honest, I actually like the look of used palettes. I don't know, it's like makeup's not clean, it's messy. It looks pretty on the face, but the process is messy. So you can see that this palette was much loved. I hit pan on several of the colors, literally use this white highlight almost every day for my inner tear ducts. It is an amazing palette. It has such beautiful neutral shades, and this is the palette that I reach to if I just want to do my makeup really quick. I'm not worried about color matching. I don't want to do anything fancy. My everyday makeup look comes from this palette, so it had to be in my favorites this year. I need to make a I talked about this pile so I don't miss out on anything. Next two palettes I'm going to talk about are sister palettes. We have the Modern Renaissance palette and the Subculture palette, both from Anastasia. Now, I will admit the fallout isn't the best. I mean, I feel like this is almost beating a dead horse. The beauty bloggers pretty much destroyed this palette. But regardless of the fallout, I mean, it can be worked around. If you know a palette is gonna have a lot of fallout, just do your eyes first so you don't worry about, you know, messing up your face makeup. Everybody has their preferences. I always really try to ingrain it in people that makeup is all about personal preference. Everybody has different skin types, everybody has different preferences in color, finishes, all that fun stuff. So I really can't tell you, I love this palette, you're gonna love this palette. You're not gonna know until you try it. So personally for me, I love these palettes just simply because of the colors and the color payoff. Again, fallout, a whole different thing, but I have also hit pan quite a bit on this palette, although these palettes typically don't have as much eyeshadow as maybe like a $54 palette. These are a little bit cheaper, but I don't know, I like that because you get a nice variety of color without having, you know, I'd rather have more colors than less colors, but more of each color. Does that make any sense? So I love these. I always reach toward these. Again, if I'm kind of doing a neutral look or I want like kind of a vintage-y look, that's what I always think about with this palette. And then the newest one that I personally got my hands on, I know that they have, I believe, Prism out now, the black velvet palette. This one got so much criticism, again, for the fallout, but I do love this palette. I do love some colors more than others. Destiny up here, this olive green, I kind of had a hard time really getting to show up on a lid without kind of fading away after a while. But New Wave, Edge, I haven't really used Roxy much, but I didn't really care for All Star either. Axis, I'm actually wearing some of it today. So I don't know, I feel like I really got my money's worth out of this palette, and I have hit pan on only one, which is Dawn up there. So I really look forward to you know, working with this palette some more. The next favorite palette, which again I haven't really worked too much with, but for the time that I have worked with it, it honestly landed a spot in my favorites just because of the collaboration. So I had unboxed ColourPop's My Little Pony palette. I just love My Little Pony. I think it's a beautiful palette. I think the packaging is really adorable. The colors inside are really gorgeous as well, and they do have a nice variety. Again, I do want to be able to play with this palette some more, but it landed a spot in my favorites just because it is an amazing collaboration, and I really wish I got my hands on more of the collaboration. I don't know if it's still currently on ColourPop, but maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll try to get my hands on a couple liquid lipsticks, but this palette for sure landed in 2017 favorite. Now this new palette, again, is one of the palettes that I really have not been able to play with almost at all. And the reason that it's in my favorites, and hopefully next year it'll also be in my favorites for other reasons, I adore the packaging of this palette. This is the newest one that was sent to me. I am not claiming I had bought it. This was sent to me by a subscriber. This is the Sinner and Saint palette. Kat, you are just a marketing genius. This is just a palette that I want to pull out and display. Now, if a palette is that beautiful to me that I want it out to show the world, it is gonna land in my favorites. I just think the packaging is beautiful. I literally brought this to my mom and I'm like, you have to look at this palette. Just look how beautiful it was. And she almost said like when the mirrors almost reflected the eyeshadows, it kind of looks like stained glass windows, which was amazing. I was like, oh my god, like, did they mean to do that? Because that's even more brilliant. I simply wish that I had had more time to play with this before the year ended so I could tell you that it's a favorite because of the eyeshadow pigments. I have not really played with this at all. I just got it a couple days ago, and again, I haven't been feeling all too well, so I really wasn't wearing makeup, but this is just an amazingly gorgeous palette, and I cannot wait to put it on my vanity. Next, what should I do? What should I do? Okay, so I will show you guys this. This is from NYX. This is their glitter primer. This is awesome. I have never actually purchased a glitter primer before because I was always having a hard time finding loose glitters for cosmetics, but I did find that NYX had this range of glitters. I got my hands on 4, which I have shown before. One is this one in gunmetal, so it's a nice like deep dark gray, like a slate gray. I got one in just pure silver. I got one in crystals, so it's like silver, but then it has a lot of flecks of green, purple, orange, blues. Like it's kind of like a hollow glitter. And then I also got this blue one, green one, like an emerald green one. It's called teal, so it's teal. But the glitter primer and these glitters, ooh, excuse me, are amazing. They have amazing payoff on the eyes. This dries fast, but you have work time. So you don't just put it on and it's dry already. You have to, you know, rush to put on your glitter. I've used this several times now for my Get Ready With Me, the Christmas party. I use this and I use one of these glitters. Oh, where's the gold one? I do have a gold one. It must be sitting in my makeup case. But I used the gold one with another pigment. I also used the gold one on Christmas Eve, and I did like a glitter liner so I could get really precise with this glitter pigment. So these are, I think, just amazing products. If you want to try something glitter, it didn't have terrible fallout. It pretty much stayed put on my eyes. You know, when I was doing my makeup, I had to wipe away a little bit of the glitter, but it wasn't so stubborn that I couldn't wipe it away either. So that's why these landed my favorites this year. Next, I'm going to show you, two foundations. One's a drugstore and one's a high-end. So my favorite high-end foundation right now is the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. When I bought this, I did get color matched, but I don't think it was quite accurate, or maybe I was just super pale because this is a little bit too light for me, but I do love the coverage of it. The only problem is the price point is a little bit more expensive. I think it was like $50-something, so pretty much the price of a palette. So that was kind of iffy. I mean, you do get a lot of product with it, and I have used this so much and I still have some. So is it worth the price? I don't really know. I do actually want to venture out pretty soon. I want to try like Fenty's, the Fenty foundation. I believe there was an Saint Laurent foundation I wanted to try. So is the price point worth it? I'm going to leave that up to you to decide. But I do love the coverage of this foundation, but I do save it for special events. So this is just my special little guy sitting in my makeup collection just waiting for a special occasion to go to. For an everyday look, my friend actually introduced me into the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir Foundation. I find this just to be the smidgen bit dry for me. I struggle with dry skin, but I do love the mattifying look. However, I've been kind of wanting to venture off into the more dewy finishes than the full mattifying look, because I feel like it can sometimes make me look a little too dry and kind of dehydrated. So this is an amazing, pretty medium to full coverage drugstore foundation. I did run out of it and want to try another drugstore foundation, which was this CoverGirl True Blend foundation. Can I talk today? Blah, 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 blah. This one I'm not loving as much, but I can't return it because I dropped it before I left the store and didn't realize that this little thingy fell off and this cracked as well. So I'm kind of stuck with it. So I've just been mixing it in with this one, and I think it is a little bit too light, I guessed, on the color. So I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but try this Healthy Elixir one out because I really enjoyed it. Moving on to concealer, I have been loving this MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. You can see I even cut the top open to scrape it out. This was incredible for doing cut creases. I didn't really use it too much like on the under eyes because I felt like it was a little bit of a thicker formula, but to cut my crease, girl, it worked wonders. I loved it. So I was so sad that I had to cut it open, but I did not want all this product to go to waste. I actually did just buy a Too Faced Born This Way concealer, so I'm going to be giving this a try, but I can't say anything about it yet, so maybe you'll hear about this really, really soon. For contour, I've been absolutely loving this Anastasia foundation stick in the color called Shadow. It actually took me quite a while to get my hands on this product, just because I don't like to order online because, well, I'm impatient. So I kept going to the stores. I kept going to Sephora's at JCPenney's. They just didn't have it in stock. And then one day I was like, it was there and it was waiting for me, and I grabbed it, and I'm so glad that I did. So when I usually do my face, I'll do my concealer, and then I put this on because it's like a cream contour, and you get so much product in here. Seriously, I think you get your money's worth for this. It's only about maybe $21, $22, and I seriously think it's worth it. But I absolutely love this stick, and I think it's gonna be a staple in my collection. I'll have to run out again when I'm getting low. Now, I have been kind of on the hunt for a new primer. One of you sent me a link to a primer, which I actually have to still look at, and I do apologize for that, but I have been loving the Monistat primer. I did try a primer versus this one video, although I still need to edit that one, so I won't tell you exactly. Well, you can probably figure out the outcome of that video, but I've been loving this Monistat primer, and it actually, comparing it to a legitimate primer, this is great. Next is actually a new favorite. I've been using this over the past month. I just kind of wanted to venture away from my Airspun translucent powder. I still have it as a backup and I still love it, but I've been hearing really good things about the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and I must say I really do enjoy it. The powder is really, really, really fine. It really lightens up. I usually pack it on underneath my eyes. It really brightens up that area and makes it pop. And I do just enjoy the packaging. The top twists off here, and then you have your powder right underneath. And it's affordable. It's a drugstore product, so Maybelline, well done. I should have probably talked about this as soon as I talked about the Anastasia contour stick, but I forgot. But this is Becca's Sunlit Bronzer in Capri Coast. I really love this stuff. I use this to pretty much set that concealer. So once I set my face using the powder, I'll go in with a little brush and just bronze up my face, and it just adds such a nice warmth to my face without looking too orange or just too unnatural. This should have been a given. I'm going to talk about this super briefly because you guys know how much I love my Jumbo Eye Pencil by NYX and Milk. I can't help it. I always try to use different colors like on my waterline, but I love the big eye look, and this just achieves it for me, and I can't help it. When I love a product that much, I want to use it all the time. So again, not going to talk too much about it because it's been shown so much. Next, I'm going to show you a blush, and this is from Milani. This is their powder blush, and I'm actually a big fan of these. I love number 1 in Tea Rose. This is number 5 in Coral Cove, and the reason that I'm showing you guys this one, I had this in my collection for probably about a year before I even touched it. I kind of packed it away, forgot about it. I think I bought it in like the fall and winter and wanted to wait for that upcoming spring and summer. Spring and summer came and went, and I forgot about it, and then it resurfaced again recently. So I tried it in a look really recently, and it is so beautiful. It's just this flush of coral. Can't even wait for the warm weather for more reasons than one, but to wear this blush is certainly one of them. This pigment from MAC, again, this is their Naked pigment. I freaking love this pigment so much. Again, this is one of those pigments that I reach for if I just want to go for a really natural look. I usually just take this pigment and pack it all over my eyelid, and it has like a subtle, shimmery look to it, but it is so natural. It almost matches my skin tone. It looks so pretty, and I've had this for a long time, and I've even I've dropped this before and lost a lot of product, and I'm still more than halfway. So again, bang for your buck. I have a couple of lip products to show you guys, and I just wanted to show you these because, well, I have one more too, but I always gravitate toward a matte lip. I've certainly been venturing out into lip glosses, which is one that I'm going to show you next, and more sheer looks for more natural days. But if I want my lipstick to last all day, I find the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks to be the most comfortable and the most long-lasting formula that I've ever tried. I enjoy Color Pops because of the price point, and you do get a really beautiful pigment out of them, but they tend to be a little more drying and not last as long. So I don't not like them. I love my Color Pop lipsticks, but again, if I just want it to stay on pretty much all day. Once in a while you might have to apply if you're eating a lot or whatever the circumstance may be, but I love them. So I picked out 3, which is Ophelia, which is my newest one. It's a really pretty nudie pink. I'm wearing it on my lips right now. I topped it with something we'll talk about in a sec, but Ophelia. Backstage Bambi, which is this hot pink, and I'm telling you, this one stains your lips. Like, this one is the most lasting one that I own. I love this color. And then bow and arrow. I shouldn't have even had to look at the label. I love this thing. This was my staple last year. Again, I've been reaching for it so much this year. One of my newest favorites, which I was kind of on the fence of throwing it into my favorites because I have only been using it for about a week, but I had to because this is from Marc Jacobs. I've never used any of Marc Jacobs products before, but this is in the color Sugar, and again, this was sent to me by the same person who sent me the Kat Von D palette, and I love this color. It's just such a beautifully natural nude. So what I've been actually doing for this past week is taking either Ophelia or bow and arrow and almost letting it completely dry and then topping it with a thin layer of this just to give it a more nude look, and it is so flippin' pretty. So because I think I'm going to be wearing this lip, you know, a lot unless I'm wearing another specific color, I wanted to include it in this year's favorite. One of my favorite brushes is from e.l.f. actually, and I've really been liking this Kabuki brush. It was really affordable, but once I have all my powders on, my bronzer on, I just like to go over my face with this. Instead of using a damp beauty blender, I go over it with this, and it just blends everything out and makes it look really seamless. And again, for the price point, I don't think you can beat it. Alright, I got a couple of hair things. That was everything that had to do with makeup. A lot of these miscellaneous have to do with beauty, except for two, besides the trophy. No. Alright, so moving on to the hair stuff. I love this big sexy hair. It's a powder play. For someone who teases their hair every single day, if I want just a little extra oomph, like I really don't want my hair to fall flat, so again, more so on like special occasions, because I find if I use this, I pretty much have to wash my hair that night or the next day. It gets a little funky, but this is again from Sexy Hair, their powder play. It's just a powder, like a really fine powder. So basically I would take a layer of hair, tease it, spray it, and then just sprinkle a little bit on the roots, and I'm telling you, it's like freaking glue. But it's amazing. The price point is kind of high. I think it was about $15 for this little guy, and I was like, eh. But because I'm such a big fan of big hair and teasing, I had to give it a try, and it landed itself in my favorites. Damn it. Next couple of hair products are my Aussie Headstrong Volume and Instant Freeze hairsprays. Showed these off again in my, I showed this off in my Twas the Night Before Christmas Eve vlog last year. That's crazy to say last year because that just went up like a week ago. But I love this brand of hairspray. The volume hairspray is when I curl my hair and I just want to give my hair a little bit of bounce and I don't want it to be crunchy. So I finish curling my hair, I'll usually brush it out and then give it a light mist using this. And then when I tease my hair, because I really want to stay in place, I use the Instant Freeze hairspray. So these two together are my favorites. My last hair product is the Aussie Kids Blooming Apple, and this is a lifesaver for moms, I truly believe. My daughter's hair is getting so long. I brushed it out today and I'm like, oh my god, it's touching your butt. She kind of has like curly wavy hair, the same kind of natural hair that I do, so sometimes it's hard to see how long it actually is getting. With long hair comes a lot of tangles, and that girl's hair is so thick as well, and I can't tell you how many mornings we sat there and I'm trying not to hurt her while brushing out her hair. Sometimes it's just miserable to put your kid through that. So this Aussie Kids Detangling Spray has really helped with that. So if you have young kids with a lot of hair and you struggle to brush through, try spraying this, give it a couple minutes to kind of soak in, and then try brushing again. See how it works for you. Alright, moving on. This is our last beauty product. This is Luana's Pure Liquid Coconut Oil. I love coconut oil. I know I've shown the solid tubs of coconut oil before in favorites, but the thing is, like, it would start off as a solid, so you kind of have to scrape it out and then work it between your fingers to turn it into a liquid. I used it as a makeup remover. It's fantastic for doing that for you. So instead of buying the solid, I just ended up getting the liquid, and I think it's like, why didn't I do this like 5 years ago? It comes with a little top because it's also, you can use it for cooking, but it comes with a little top, and I usually just put like a cotton pad in there and then swash it a couple of times to help remove my eye makeup, and it works wonders. So I would give this a try. Oops, I lied. I have one more beauty favorite. Sorry, I was hiding in the corner, but these are the Neutrogena face wipes. Remove your face. Makeup wipes. Makeup removers. Again, I've heard praises about this. I'm not a huge makeup remover wipe fan, or at least I wasn't, because I just felt like they were almost wasteful because I was using the coconut oil. Oh, that reminds me. I have one more favorite, but it's in the shower that's related to beauty. This video is getting so long. But I kept hearing really good things about this, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes if I go to bed, I forget my makeup, and it's not the best to just use this to remove your makeup, but I kept them by my bedside table, and let me tell you, I didn't sleep with makeup as often, or as much makeup on as often. So they really do work fantastically. I take some to the gym sometimes, so I really love these, and they also became a staple. Alright, sorry. Here's another beauty favorite, and the whole makeup remover reminded me of this. This is the Soap and Glory Peaches and Clean Deep Cleansing Milk Face Wash. I did a vlog on this, so if you didn't see it, it blew my mind. This was amazing. It literally melts off your makeup. I washed my face, and I even rubbed my eyes with it, and I didn't get any stinging or irritation in the eyes, and it really, really, really helped remove my makeup. Did I look up and my face was completely clean? No, I had to follow up with a little bit of my coconut oil, but I didn't expect that from a cleaner. But this is absolutely amazing. I love this product. I really, really do. Okay, was that all the beauty favorites? Do we have only 2 more favorites to get to? Lord knows I'm gonna turn off this camera and be like, I forgot something. So my 2 miscellaneous favorites. This one was shown on my Snapchat. This is I'm just gonna call it a water bottle. But this came from Charming Charlie's. I had a gift card and I went in. I didn't really find anything that really like stood out to me, but because I have been joining the gym and going pretty often, that I really just wanted a cute water bottle to bring with me. Why? It's more motivation to go to the gym, duh. But this says train like a beast, look like a beauty, and it just twists off from the top. And I just like having it because it really just kind of motivates me to keep drinking water. I am probably the most dehydrated person you would ever meet in your life. It was in my car, so it's kind of frozen, but I love ice cold water, and this keeps my drinks really, really cold, so really love that, and I've been using it several times a week. And my last favorite, I just wanted to show off this candle because I've been burning it like crazy. This is my second one that I have not burned yet, but this is the Crisp Evergreen, and I think I got this at Walmart for like $5. Oh, it smells amazing. If you love the smell of like pine, oh my god. Sorry, we shifted a little bit because my camera ran out of space. Freaking camera. But anyways, I love this candle, and again, I've been burning it literally every day. So that is my That is my 2017 favorites. Oh boy, that was, you know what, more products than I thought. I really sat down and I was like, this video is going to be 5 minutes long. Yet your girl always manages to make them at least a half hour, I bet. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me all last year. Our family has been growing. It's amazing. I cannot wait to see what challenges and what surprises come our way in 2018. I really hope you're looking forward to spending another year with us. So with that said, if you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. And if you don't want to miss any new videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.